I am Mama Yaya. I am 30 years old and I'm from Chicago, Illinois. My alter ego is Siren. She's an underwater goddess.
Hey Talent Recap fans, it's Corey, and today I have a special edition of the Talent Recap show for you. Today we get to talk to Mama Yaya, aka Siren, on Alter Ego. If you guys haven't seen her audition, you seriously don't want to miss this one. And here she is. Oh my God, I am so excited to talk to you about your experience on Alter Ego. I absolutely love Siren. I absolutely love Siren. So can you tell me a little bit about your experiences so far on the show?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for loving Siren. She loves you right back. So my experience on the show is pretty complex. I mean, it's a lot. It's combining being a vocalist with technology. So there's a lot going on with that. There's a lot that you have to sort of juggle. But it's really cool, you know. I'm like so grateful.
Yeah, that's so great. So I know that some of the other people on the show were like found by producers. Were you also found by the producers to audition?
I was, yeah. So there was a producer who I've known for a pretty long time, and she reached out, and it's so cool because a month before she reached out, I remember telling my own personal producer, I'd be down to like do a show. And then like this other producer who I love like reached out to me and was like, hey, there's this show. And I was like, oh, okay.
What was the process for the auditions like after that? Like, how did that work?
Pretty much, like a standard show would go. I don't know how much I can kind of get into it. But you go through a lot of different steps, and, they want to make sure that you are someone who really wants this and someone that can really kind of, run with things. And it was, it was a lot, but I like how they did it and how they sifted through,
So I saw that before this, you were on American Idol in 2019. How did those experiences differ between the two shows?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I was never aired for Idol, but I was like, I think I was B-roll for Idol, but never my singing, right? I mean, the two experiences are completely different. I remember Hollywood Week being one of the most challenging things I had ever done in my entire life. I mean, it was like so challenging, so difficult for me. Like, I would say that I'm a bit of an empath, right? So spiritually speaking, like just being around so many people so much of the time was really, really tricky. The sleep is not there as much, which is okay, but when you're around everybody constantly from sun up to sundown for like days, it was really, really intense. And I felt like with Alter Ego, because we were more of like a smaller group, I didn't feel like I was just trying to like grasp for like air. Like, it just felt very much so like we each have our time to like sit down and be heard and be listened to. It felt more calm. not that it was like super calm, right? Because it's still a competition and it got crazy, but compared, I just felt like it was just night and day for sure.
Other than like the formatting of it, what do you think you took from being on American Idol? Did it change any mentalities you had? Did it change you as a singer?
What Idol did was it really made me question if I really wanted to do this or not. And the answer was yeah.
What was your inspiration behind Siren?
So my horoscope sign is a Cancer sign. So, underwater, I'm an artist, right? Like, I consider myself an artist when it comes to singing and music. So, I think of the depths of the sea, combining it with my horoscope sign, combining it with that darkness and that emotional, flow, right? So having sort of this like badass underwater I mean, she's just the coolest. Siren is so cool. She just like swims up from the depths of the darkness and it's like, okay, I'm here to sing, and then go right back down. I'm a goddess, whatever, bye. That's kind of her vibe, and I respect it, so creating her was really cool.
So for you personally, what would you say was like the hardest part of Alter Ego as a competition?
I don't like competitions. I'm so bad at them because I'm over here like, well, you win, you go ahead. Like, you guys are great. I'm so bad at them. Everyone's journey is their own, and I'm pretty laid back when it comes to that. So I would say that that's like the hardest thing for me whenever it comes to any competition.
It's like also, I've talked to so many other people from Alter Ego, and I've heard how much you guys are all like close friends now, and it's like
Right.
so many of these shows, like you hear about like a couple of friends, but you don't hear like the whole cast is friends. So it's like, how do you feel the balance between friendship and like the actual competition was when you guys were filming?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that for the most part, like, we were all just really respectful of each other. Again, we're also still in the pandemic. We're also coming out of this whole zone where musicians are still, we're still struggling out here, honestly. So I think that there's an even deeper respect out of this experience with everybody. Like, I just feel like we're just supportive of each other. That's sort of the vibe for the whole thing.
Do you have any advice for the people who might want to audition for the show, like in the future?
Yeah, I mean, my advice is go for it. Like, it doesn't hurt to put your foot out there and try and give it a shot. I mean, also maybe try on a really tight suit and see if that's your thing, and if you'd be down to be on national television in a really tight suit, like, because you will be if you get on the show, and that was also an experience of its own.
Please do tell the experience about the suit. I feel like I have to know now that you said it like that.
Girl, that suit is so tight. That is a tight suit. It is a tight suit. Yeah, I mean, I think that one of the reasons I signed up for the show in the first place was like, oh, I'm gonna be hiding in the back. Nobody's gonna really see me, and I can just sing, and it's whatever, and that's great. And for the most part, that's what it was. But dear Lord, that suit was a part of it, and there were lots of different angles, and I'm a body positive activist, so it was fine. But there were a couple points where I was like, oh, okay. All of me is being totally shown in the suit. Great. Yeah, and you have a bunch of different people, working on your body all the time because they have to put on the sensors and they have to take them off, and they have to, they got to get all up on you and like make sure that you're, set and ready to go. So I was just like, okay, this is happening. But it's definitely an experience of its own for sure.
Did they like take exact measurements of you guys and like individually make each suit?
So yeah, so at first it was sort of just like a standard suit that we just like all, like had our sizes and we just tried those on. And then as the competition continued, they had like suits made specifically for our bodies.
So my last question for you is, I know you already have some music out. I was literally jamming to Devil this morning. Great song.
Thanks.
What are you planning to do after the show is over? Do you have any new music on the works or anything like that?
I think right now I'm just sort of riding the alter ego wave. I just want to see how this goes, see what opportunities might come of it. My producer Jake Bass is out in Detroit, and we've been making music for years. And so we'll see, we're really excited, and we're always down to make music. So you guys just have to keep tuning in.
That's great. Tell us where we can find you on social media.
So you can find me anywhere at Mama Yaya Music, MAMAYAYA Music.
Perfect. Thank you so much for doing this interview and taking the time to talk to us.
Oh my God, thank you so much. You're the best.
We're so excited to see how
Awesome.
far you go on the show.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh my gosh, you guys, she was an absolute sweetheart. I really hope she makes it until the end of the competition. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to be tuning into Alter Ego. I don't know about you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in for this special edition of the Talent Recap Show. While you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Follow Talent Recap on all social media and check out our website, talentrecap.com. I'm Corey. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Corey Caesar. And that's all I've got for you today. See you guys next time.
Hey, what are you doing tonight? Well, I think you should hit the subscribe button down below and then we can talk.